Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Chimene here. So today we're going to be doing my everyday makeup look. If you want to see how I got that done, definitely continue watching. And then I did do my brows off camera, so I will be posting a video about that soon. So make sure you subscribe to my channel to see the video on how I do my eyebrows as well. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. So we're gonna get right into it. I did already moisturize and prime my face, but basically for moisturizer I just use anything that has vitamin C in it or collagen. I don't have like any particular brand that I'm really fond of right now, but if I do find something, I'll definitely let you guys know. And then this is the primer I go in with, and I got this at Ulta. Next thing, we're gonna go ahead, I start off with foundation first, and I'm using the MAC Studio Fix, and my shade is NC35. Perfect. And how I like to do my foundation is I put it on my hand, like I just dab it on my hand, and then I use my beauty blender. So we're just gonna do that, and I usually get about like that much. I just have my beauty blender here, and I usually just kind of separate it throughout the face. And I like to use a beauty blender versus a brush on my face, just because I feel like the brush always leaves like marks, like not scratches or anything, but it kind of like leaves like marks where you like push the makeup away, where this like pushes it into the skin directly, which I prefer. I used to use a brush, and I just found that I was always going back in with a beauty blender afterwards, just to kind of smooth out any places that I might have seen that wasn't like covered enough. So I just switched. The only time I use a brush for foundation is on my neck, just to kind of smooth out any extra foundation I may have. And that's what we're gonna do right now, just because I have a little bit of extra on my hand here. I'm just gonna take a brush and then kind of just smooth out the rest. For my foundation, I'm actually usually like an NC30. My color I'm using today is the NC35, which is like my summer tan color. Looks like I got a little bit in my brows there. That's really it. And then next thing, we're gonna go with concealer. So I use two different concealers. This is going to be the first one I'm using today. This is in Sand, and then we're going to go in with this one as well, and this is in Light. So I was going with this one first, and I just make like a triangle shape just underneath the eyes. And then I'll go in with the other one, and I just put this on top of the triangle underneath my eyes, just to give it like a little bit more of a pop. And then using a beauty blender again, we're just gonna smooth everything out. And this is like the final touch. Sometimes I notice that like if I have excess, it will like kind of smear here, so I'll just go back in with my beauty blender that I use for my foundation, and then kind of just go back over it just on my like corner of my nose where I see like I have the most excess, and then usually that takes care of it. And then going in next, I'm gonna go ahead with the translucent powder, and I just like tap it on the lid and use the little pad that comes with it. I'm almost out. I need to get more. So just take this guy and I just put it underneath my eyes, just like that. Not a lot, because this is like my everyday. I usually wear this to work, so I don't really do like a lot of makeup. And while that's usually setting, I usually will do my eyebrows, but since I did it off camera, we're gonna go on to bronzer. So I like to contour like my forehead right here. I'll do like my nose and the cheeks. So I do use two different contours. The first one is going to be, they're both from MAC. This one's going to be Give Me Sun, and it's in A16. And then the next one, oh, let me show you. So this is what the Give Me Sun looks like. I'm almost out of it, as you can tell. And then the next one is AC5. It's called Cheeky Bronze, and it looks like this. So I was going with the Give Me Sun first. For my forehead, I usually use a brush like this, like a contour brush. I'm just gonna kind of take that. No, I don't do too much, just a little bit. And then I'll go in with like a thinner contour brush like this. I don't know if you guys can tell, I usually do my line like right, like the tip of my ear to like right there. And we're gonna go ahead and take off the concealer, the translucent powder. And I just use like a fan brush like this. Just kind of brush it to the side. And then taking the same bronzer, I cannot speak. Taking the same bronzer we've been using, and the same brush, I'm just gonna kind of lightly go over my nose. And that's it for this one. I'm gonna go back in with the same brush, but I'm gonna use the Cheeky Bronze, which is going to be this one. And I just use this on my cheeks. And that's really it. I like to kind of fan it out a little bit so it's not like too much. Just kind of get rid of any excess. And then we're gonna go in with the highlighter that I like to use. So right now I'm using MAC Hyper Real Glow, and it doesn't tell me the name of it, but I use the middle one. And I'm a really big fan of highlighter, so I use like a big fan brush, as you can see. But we're gonna go in, just put it here. I like to put some above the brows, and then right at the nose, and then like above the lip. That is it. So you can see that's the highlighter I use. And next, this is really it for like my everyday. I don't really put eyeshadow on or anything like that for everyday makeup, just because I'm usually going to work or something, so I don't really have like a lot of time. But I'm gonna go ahead and set my face, and I'm using the MAC just regular Fix, and they have like a couple different ones, I guess you can say. This one's like a silvery, like it has like a glitter to it. I don't know if you guys can tell. So they have like one that's like rose gold, they have one that's like silver, and then I think they have one that's just regular gold, but I just have like the clear, like I think a silver one. So I'm just gonna spray that really quickly. And then I'm gonna go in with my mascara. So for mascara, I just use the Too Faced Better Than Sex. And I have really small eyelashes, so like that's really it. So you guys can see. And this is basically my finished look. Let me see if I can fix that. All right. And then I don't really put on like any lipstick or anything like that. Like I said, this is usually like my work everyday makeup, so I'll just like put chapstick on, make sure I remove any excess foundation on my lips or anything like that. But this is the finished look for my everyday makeup. All the products that I use for the most part are from MAC. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments and I can let you know about, answer them, let you know about what the products are, that type of deal. So make sure you leave comments. I definitely will be watching out for those. I love your feedback. Like I said, this is my first video, so make sure you give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And then I will see you guys soon.